The cell wall. What is a cell wall? A cell wall is defined as the non-living component, covering the outmost layer of a cell. Its composition varies according to the organism and is permeable in nature. The cell wall separates the interior contents of the cell from the exterior environment. It also provides shape, support, and protection to the cell and its organelles. Only present exclusively in eukaryotic plants, fungi, and a few prokaryotic organisms. Cell wall structure. Prokaryotic cells. Prokaryotic organisms, such as bacteria, also contain cell walls. However, they are chemically different from the cell wall found in plants and fungi. The prokaryotic cell walls are composed of large polymers known as peptidoglycans. Cell walls in prokaryotes serve as a form of protection and prevent lysis, bursting of the cell, and expulsion of cellular contents. 2 layers of prokaryotic cells. An inner layer that is made up of peptidoglycans. Peptidoglycan, a rigid envelope surrounding the cytoplasmic membrane of most bacterial species. An outer layer that is composed of lipoproteins and lipopolysaccharides. Lipoproteins comprise a diverse group of structurally and functionally distinct proteins. Lipopolysaccharides are important outer membrane components of gram-negative bacteria. They are large amphipathic glycoconjugates that typically consist of a lipid domain, hydrophobic, attached to a core oligosaccharide and a distal polysaccharide. Eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells possess a definite nucleus along with a distinct nuclear membrane. It also contains membrane-bound organelles not found in prokaryotic cells. Another important point to note is that the cell wall is absent in other eukaryotic organisms such as animals. Only plants possess cell walls. Primary cell wall. The primary cell is situated closest to the inside of the cell and is the first formed cell wall. It is mainly made up of cellulose, allowing the wall to stretch for the purpose of growth. Several primary cells contain pectic polysaccharides and structural proteins. It is also comparatively permeable and thinner than the other layers. Middle lamella. The middle lamella is also the outermost layer, and it acts as an interface between the other neighboring cells and glues them together. This layer primarily consists of pectins. However, other substances, such as lignin and proteins, can also be found. Secondary cell wall. The secondary cell wall is formed inside the primary cell wall once the cell is completely grown. Some types of cells, especially the cells of xylem tissues, consist of cellulose and lignin, and these provide additional rigidity and waterproofing. Also, this layer provides the characteristic rectangular or square shape to a cell. It is also the thickest layer and permits permeability. Cell wall structure. What is the function of the cell wall? The cell wall is an integral component of the plant cell, and it performs many essential functions. Following are some of the major cell wall functions observed. The plant cell wall provides definite shape, strength, and rigidity. It also provides protection against mechanical stress and physical shocks. It helps to control cell expansion due to the intake of water. It helps in preventing water loss from the cell. It is responsible for transporting substances between and across the cell. It acts as a barrier between the interior cellular components and the external environment.